Welcome back, everyone. Sean Stevens here again with Metroplex Mortgage Services and another Loan Pro video quick tip. How do you qualify for a mortgage with pastor, clergy, or ministry income? Can housing or parsonage income be considered qualifying income as well? These are both great questions which seem to generate much confusion. And in today's video, I will break down the details and explain how to calculate this type of income. And remember, if you need help or have a question, that is what we're here for. Just call or email to discuss your scenario because we are known for returning calls, replying to your emails, and responding to your messages. Now, wouldn't it be nice if everyone did that?
As a starting point, the IRS provides for the following: a minister's housing allowance, sometimes called a parsonage allowance or a rental allowance, is excludable from gross income for income tax purposes, but not for self-employment purposes.
USDA Guidelines state the following under housing or parsonage allowance. For annual income, which is the amount calculated when determining total USDA household income, guidelines require approving lenders to include the amounts that will be received in the ensuing 12 months. Under repayment income, which is the amount of income calculated to determine if applicants have sufficient income to repay the mortgage in addition to recurring debts, it requires at least a 1-year history of the housing or parsonage allowance receipt. Additionally, the full amount of the allowance may be included, but we are unable to offset the mortgage payment with the amount of the allowance. USDA guidelines further confirm that housing or parsonage allowance will be presumed to continue unless there is documented evidence the income will cease.
This is also consistent with Fannie Mae guidelines that do specifically reference income for pastors, clergy, or ministers as follows. Housing or parsonage income may be considered qualifying income if there is documentation that the income has been received for the most recent 12 months and the allowance is likely to continue for the next 3 years. The housing allowance may be added to income but may not be used to offset the monthly housing payment. Now that we have a better understanding, what documentation should you be prepared for? Parsonage, housing, or honorarium income may be documented by reporting it on tax returns for qualifying income, but it may not be recognized solely through a verification of employment. However, if the parsonage or honorarium income is not reported on the filed returns, but is reflected in Box 14 of the W-2 or Box 3 of the 1099, the income can be used for qualifying purposes. In summary, it is possible to qualify for a USDA loan with pastor, clergy, or ministry income, but having an experienced lender combined with the proper documentation is critical to success. And most importantly, remember to take the process step by step and not to get overwhelmed with the details, because we are here to help review and advise properly. Just call or email to discuss your scenario and let us show you the Metroplex difference. And I want to thank everyone for the continued referrals and trusting us with all of your mortgage needs. Let's make it a great day, and I look forward to seeing you right here for the next Tip of the Week.